What's up guys, welcome to the channel, and in today's video we are going to talk about try and except statements. So I'm quickly going to make a new Python file and I'll name this Python file as try underscore except. And as you can see, if for example if I make a variable and name it as num1 and I want to take input from the user, so I'll write input, and after that I'll make another variable and name it as num2, and then I'll take an input from the user. And if you're watching my Python for Absolute Beginners playlist, you might know how we can typecast the input into an integer form by writing int in front of it and then the brackets that encompasses the input. So I'll typecast the num2 as well, and I want the program to print that it asks the user to enter a number, and I'll replicate it. After that I'll print the statement after taking the input for the first number, and after that I will write print the sum of these two numbers is, and I'll have to put a double quote, the sum of these two numbers is num1 plus num2. And if I run this program, as you can see, it is asking me to enter a number. So I'll enter 4 and then 7. So it gives me that sum of these two numbers is num1 plus num2. That is 11, where num is 4 and num2 is 7. So you might tell me that wow, you made a good program. But guys, this is not how a program should be, because a Python programmer, on whatever level he is, he needs to accept the errors, and he does not want to let the program terminate after encountering an error. So how to check if there are errors in the program? As you can see right here, I have typecasted number into integer form, and if I rerun this program, as you can see, the program is asking me to enter a number, and if I enter my name, as you can see, the program is giving me an error right here. It is basically telling me that I don't know how can I convert unch into an integer form, into a number. How can I convert your name into a number? And what does this statement basically mean? This statement means that you are typecasting the input, that is 3 or 4, into an integer form. And right here I have typed my name, that is in the string form basically. So the program just doesn't know how it can typecast the unch into an integer form. So it is giving me an error right here. And guys, remember that the error came in the first line itself. So in the second case, I will remove this integer typecast, and I'll remove it in num2 as well, and I'll typecast it inside the result statement. So I have typecasted num1 and num2 inside the result statement, and if I run this program, it is asking me to enter a number. So I'll enter 3, and after that I'll enter my name, that is Anj, and it is giving me an error. And if I rerun this program, it is asking me to enter a number, and if I write Ansh, as you can see, it hasn't given me an error in the first statement itself. And if I enter for example 3, it is giving me an error right here in this line, the result statement. It is telling me that it is an invalid literal for Ansh, and that it cannot typecast the num1, that is Ansh, into an integer form. So it is giving me an error. So how can we solve this error? Is there a method to solve this error or neglect it? Yes, there is definitely a method to neglect it and let the program go into the flow. Because guys, a Python programmer at any level, he has to make sure that its program does not encounter an error and terminate. Because a programmer should have the ability to take in errors and accept errors, and the program should not terminate on small steps. So how can we handle the errors? We can handle the errors by using try and except statements. So I'll write try, and after that I'll put a colon and press on enter. So as you can see, it is giving me an indent here. So that means that I have entered the try statement, and as you can see, below the print statement comes a red line. That means that the print statement is not inside the try program, and the PyCharm ID is just making you aware of that. So I'll press tab, and as you can see, the print statement has entered the try statement. I'll zoom it for you, and after writing try, we will write a try and then accept exception as e. What does accept exception as e mean? It means that try this. try this statement right here in which our program was giving an error. Try this statement. If it works, print it. But if it does not work, go into the except statement. And this exception basically means an error. So accept the error as E. We are writing a variable named as E and we are putting the error inside E. Accept error as E. So I'll print the error, that is print E, and after this I'm going to write that print the program has finished. So if I run this program, as you can see, it is asking me to enter a number, and if I enter 3 and 4, it prints that the sum of these two numbers is 7, and after that it prints that the program is finished. So again, if I enter my name, that is Ansh, and if I enter a number 3, as you can see, it has printed the error right here, that is invalid literal for int with base 10 Ansh. That is, the program cannot convert my name into an integer, and after that it has printed the program is finished. So that's how, guys, we can handle errors in Python. And if I want to print that error occurred, and after that if I print E, so as you can see, if I write adv and then 34, it has printed that it cannot convert the adv into an integer form, and it has also printed that an error occurred. And after printing the error, it has printed that the program has finished. So this is how we can handle the error of typecasting the int form, because if the program cannot typecast it into the int form, earlier it used to put out an error and terminate the program. So if I comment this out and if I copy this statement and if I print it right here, and as you can see, if I want to print this statement, that is the program and finished, and this is really important. So if, as you can see, if I rerun this program and the program is asking me to enter a number, so if I enter 4 and then my name, the program just straight up gives me an error, and it is not printing the statement that I want the program to print. So for that purpose, we use the try and error statements. So whatever statement that the program is going to give an error on, that is the sum of two numbers is num1 plus num2. I know that the program can give an error in these in this line. So I'll put it into the try bracket, that is I'm specifying the program to try to print this statement, but if it does not print, that is if it gives an error, accept the exception, that is the error, as E, and after that print the error and make the program run smoothly, that is do not terminate the program, and that is to print this statement as well. So that's how we can use try and accept statement. This was all for today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed, and if you guys haven't accessed my Python for absolute beginners in English playlist, go on to my channel, and there's a link in the description as well, so you can access it from there. Thank you guys for watching this video, and I'll see you next time.